What the thing really is.
What's more important, the fact that Martin
What's
Luther
the deal,
King
ladies and gentlemen?
is
That's
the
your
man
boy
that we
Trey.
see that fought for freedom,
Hit
or
that
the fact that he
subscribe
was
button.
cheating on his wife?
Jesus.
Here we go with the bullshit.
about-
Very used, by the way.
What you was talking about, what you saw on social media.
They
too.
got B. Simone's dusty ass.
How do we say that though?
Because it's like it's so apparent that I don't want to say it.
This is
It,
what
like,
happens when you
points
have
in directions and
buffoons
fingers.
I mean,
speaking on
it's
real
gonna be a broad
issues.
topic.
This is
Like,
what happens when you give buffoons
Okay,
a real
so
platform.
What is more important, perception or reality?
They should have just kept the
me,
topic low
reality.
frequency.
Okay.
reality.
Okay, so
my
would
reality is more important.
your reality, not the truth
Here-
of
see?
it all, just your truth or your
Already
reality.
starting
I'm
off with
saying,
some
like,
bullshit.
What is more
Stop,
for
Papa.
certain?
They're like grown-ass children. Look, she got a
perception of how this whole
dog
thing or what that thing really
and
is.
dyed its
And I'm
paws
gonna give you an
blue.
example.
Like, this
What
is
the
like
thing
kid
really is.
shit.
What's more important, the fact that Martin Luther King
Oh,
is the man that we
God.
see
Let me cue
that fought
this
for
up.
freedom, or the fact that he was cheating on his wife?
Jesus. I think. Ooh. Oh, no, move.
Oh, my God.
What's more important? Because that is the reality of the fact. He was a great man who knew God's word, who led people
Great
to freedom.
clownery.
He was cheating on his wife. That is a fact. So what is more important? Is it more important that we see him as that man who gave that amazing
Come
speech
on.
on that
They're
amazing
both
day and
bozos.
led amazing people to freedom? Or is it important that
Amazing
we know,
people
or-
to
or
freedom.
is it important that we knew both?
I think it's both.
And there's always
That's
alcohol
hindsight.
on
That's
their
hindsight.
sets.
To me,
If you notice,
reality
they're
is
drinking
more
liquor.
I think reality is important.
But
reality,
to you,
the
but
truth,
what's more
the
important
truth.
to the overall picture?
Fucking perception.
Thank you. It's more important
To me, because outside of Martin Luther King, let me give you an example. He's a great father.
Perception is
He's a
more
great father.
important
He's a great
than
father.
reality.
He's a great businessman. He's a great CEO. He's an entrepreneur.
He's such a boss.
He's such a boss.
He's a
It
boss.
took them that long to come to that
He's a great
awful
father.
conclusion.
That strong black man.
Look at him being at his kid's game.
Look at him. He's a great father.
And this is the woman
Strong
who's
black man.
Look at him
pursuing
posting
the
his wife.
baby, a gangster rapper.
him.
And don't get it twisted. I rock with the baby sonically.
But you're
But it's
cheating on
just
your wife.
a contradiction.
You're not a good husband.
The harsh
You're not a
criticism of
good
MLK, but yeah,
communicator.
you're
You don't value her feelings.
praising
But he's great in all these other
pursuing the
aspects.
baby. It
How
isn't,
are you a great leader? A great CEO?
on a scale, it
great
don't
black
make
man,
sense.
A great father. A great leader in any aspect. You're not a great husband.
She's trying to reach for something. What are you reaching for, Goofy?
You're a liar.
You're not great.
You're not. You're a
You're
liar.
not great.
You're a liar.
You're not great.
So that's
I don't-
my
You're
point.
not great.
So
Why do black women think that
great.
clapping
God,
makes
you're
your
not.
point
That is triggering.
more
I'm a
valid?
good dad. You're not a good dad because you don't respect me.
The man has a Nobel Peace Prize. He literally brought in two major bills in the legislation: the Civil Rights Act,
Into this world.
the Civil Rights
You're not
Act,
a great dad, my nigga.
and the Voting Rights
You're
Act.
okay human.
You're present in the sense of
I'm sorry, Jesus Christ.
And you got these bozos up here tearing down MLK.
I'm a good person to you.
Mm-hmm.
I posted this on it's on my post, and I posted.
You
it on
guys
my
get the
stories.
Martin Luther stare.
Someone being a good person to you means they're a good person to you.
That Martin Luther
Someone
Lee
being a
stare.
good person to everyone means that they are a good person
in general.
And that's my point. What is
This
the
is what we've come to.
consistency of your character?
Shorty got wrist
You cannot
tattoos.
say that you are a good husband or you are a good wife, because let's make it gender neutral. This ain't
period.
about just this is
This
a
yeah.
humanity conversation.
These are not women
But
that I
we're
would
females,
ever
so we're gonna
consider
come
for
from
a
female
relationship.
perspective.
This is what men have to look
About
forward to
generally.
for relationships
If
and
you are
wives.
Are fucked up too.
Absolutely. And there were times
I
where
don't know
had to
anyone
stand
who
in my
would
shoes
date
and be
B.
like, I
Simone.
wasn't a good wife. What's more important?
Yeah.
Because to me, Jay-Z and Beyonce,
I don't even know what
worked
she
with them and I
does. Is
was
she like a
that was
comedian? Oh
a
shit, is
growth
she like a
for me.
comedian or
Not for
something?
me personally, but I know what they represent.
Yeah. They figuring it out.
But if Jay-Z is caught cheating on Beyonce, what does that do for culture? So is it more important to have this perception that they have a perfect relationship, even though we fucking know they don't?
Go through stuff.
They're
They're
humans.
human. Yeah.
But is it more important that we think that they do because of the hope that it gives a culture?
They really
Going
think they're
back to
moving
Martin
something
Luther
right now.
Did we need to know that he was a cheater?
Two drunk black women
Jesus.
on
Would
the
that have
podcast.
shifted the way we
looked at him.
and received information from him and,
Got you.
Oh
and
God.
allowed him to lead
Got
us?
you.
Would we trust a man that cheats on his wife?
Got you.
Not that we don't know
Back
that
then,
he is. I
they
think
didn't
everybody
care.
kinda knew in
Yeah,
that time
yeah,
what was going
yeah.
on.
But even like what you said, we talked about this previously with a deeper discussion. What you said about Coretta, you were like, even
They had way more. They had bigger problems than they do today.
she covered him and honored her husband because I'm not
She could have blasted him. If Coretta was in 2020, what would have happened? Or 2022
on Instagram.
on Instagram?
I'm not committed to you. I'm committed to the purpose.
I'm committed to my position in this purpose.
in this purpose. Coretta said, I don't know what video she's on.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
I have no idea. Thank you. Have a blessed day.
Effie, I was calling her.
Gotta stop
calling
giving
her at
these
home,
women platforms,
playing
man.
Recordings of her husband.
That don't sound like anybody I know.
All the while, you
that-
know the moans of your husband. You've been intimate with him, so you know how he moans. You know how he's.
Everything
he
is
sounds
always
like
goes
he's
back to
aroused,
sex with
and they're
them.
playing it, and on the phone, she's like,
What? But am I committed to you or am I committed to our purpose? She was committed to the purpose. She was committed
"Would you
to
be able to do that in 2020?"
And you're speaking for people you don't
I
know,
don't know. I can't.
I can't.
It's a
never knew.
and I'm not gonna validate.
You could never walk in
But these
her
2022
shoes.
niggas ain't like Martin.
What
They
are
can
you
never
leading?
walk in her shoes.
What are you leading, my
These
guy?
are some weak ass
What
women.
am I committed to?
What am I committed to?
What
At least he knew the purpose.
He knew.
Let me tell you.
I'm
Hold on.
Okay.
Because I got to say it. What are we doing?
This is
What are
sad.
we doing?
We lost. We're lost.
And that's the difference.
You're lost.
He had a purpose.
He had direction.
He
Don't
had
be,
directions.
don't be speaking for everybody. You're lost.
I'm leading our people to freedom. You may not be shit at home, but you got purpose, my nigga. Like you doing something.
Something.
I can attach myself to
God.
a purpose.
Something.
If you just out here, whatever, and the person who did it, the person who made this whole conversation a thing, I believe the same thing for him as well.
Yeah.
This whole conversation is making me
You are
dumber.
a beacon of hope and light,
Yeah.
and you gotta
Yeah.
do that. That perception.
I feel
is
wait.
important.
I
The
feel
reality still is
like
important
my
too,
IQ has
but
dropped
that
watching this
perception is still
video.
important too, and
Yeah.
at least he's living with a purpose.
Yeah.
You can't be a nigga that just ain't got no purpose.
Frivolous. Google that word if you don't know the definition. Frivolous.
Oh God. Well, there goes two bozos trying to bash Martin Luther King. Let's get into this intro, so we can dissect this and give my reaction to it. Let's go.
Trey Hydell. Trey Hydell.
What's the deal? It's your boy Trey. Welcome to my reactions channel. So in the previous video we had B Simone and some chick I've never even heard of pretty much giving their thoughts on Martin Luther King, his relationship with Coretta Scott King, speaking on situations and people they don't even know and giving their 2 cents as if they were there and actually have firsthand knowledge and experience from in regards to what went on between their relationships and the civil rights movement, which is incredibly false because they're here in 2022. It just makes no sense. They have no connection with the civil rights movement or MLK to even be giving their opinions in that fashion. That was way too personal. And a lot of them are just projecting their own feelings and thoughts based on their current lifestyles and behaviors. I think a lot of them are just upset with black men because they don't have the relationships they want with black men. B Simone clearly exhibits that in the press, in the media, and through her content. What I know about B Simone is that she was pursuing DaBaby, who's a gangster rapper from the Carolinas, and he's pretty much known for catching bodies, and I think they were in self-defense, but that's what he's known for. And it just makes no sense. It doesn't correlate that she's of harsh criticism of MLK, a man, like I said, who's pretty much brought Civil Rights Act into fruition, the Voting Rights Act, which pretty much abolishes governments or institutions from, I mean, they still do it anyway, but from discriminating against any race, sex, religion. And we all know the Civil Rights Act. But the Voting Rights Act is more geared towards voting and creating policies that pretty much bar different races and sexes from voting. So it pretty much brings everybody into the realm of voting and democracy. And then the Civil Rights Act abolishes discrimination as far as business and hiring opportunities, employment opportunities. So he's a pretty significant figure in the political sector and shit, even the religious sector. He was a pastor, had a large congregation. That's where his political campaigns, that's where they were birthed, in the church. So B. Simone, you are a bop who's trying to get in the hot, and who's trying to get in the industry. She's a scumbag to me, for real. Black women like her are scumbags. The only men they'll get are men of no value, men who really don't have no code or honor. Not saying the baby's that kind of dude, but I really don't know that nigga, but he's no Martin Luther King. You get what I'm saying? He's no motherfucking Martin Luther King. So. And then let's see. So, as I was saying, B. Simone is in pursuit of the baby. Every time she's in the press, it's in regards to the baby. That's the man she wants. So any drama circulating the baby, B. Simone is most likely gonna chime in. And that's kind of what got her to getting kicked off one of the shows. The baby's baby mama, I think her name is Danny Lay. Let me pull it up. We'll pull up the video. Let's pull up the video. So yeah, we got, and fair use, by the way, Danny Lay's, or the baby's baby mama, Danny Lay. I guess she's an R&B artist. I never voluntarily heard any of her shit. Okay. Let's play this.
To our show, we are live. You heard that, Mike, because we have a little breaking news, if you will.
She got kicked off a Wild 'N Out show because Danny Lay
has been always using my voice
was going to be on the show, and that was one of her requests to not have B. Simone on there because they don't get along. But B. Simone looks extremely hard to get along with.
It's been trending all night long.
Definitely has a chip on her shoulder.
Supposed to appear on an episode of Wild.
She looks extremely annoying.
Nick Cannon's show, and that another female guest persuaded producers to take you off the show.
Look, this is
nothing wrong.
And shout out to Kim Cole or whatever her name is. But that's like the end. That's the end point for a modern woman. To her right is what she's gonna turn into.
I don't agree with it, but I understand it, especially.
That's where all you modern women are heading. That lady on the right, putting on weight, dyeing your hair. That's the girl that's clapping real loud. The lady, the elderly woman with the pink, purplish, violet hair. That is going to be y'all's future right there. With the biker jacket, still trying to maintain her youth with any woman that wears animal patterns in late age, because she still dresses like she's trying to look younger. And that's what older women are trying to do today. They're trying to tap into their youthful days, but y'all need to just hang it up. B. Simone, you're on the way to that. Birds of a feather. You guys almost disqualify yourselves.
I don't even have a publicist. That sounds like the publicist's answer, but I've had time to think about it and not react emotionally, and that's genuinely how I feel.
And so the show, we've not been able to verify.
He's out here bashing Martin Luther King.
If that is why
this shit is wild.
Right.
There's a social media.
Who the fuck is Tamron Hall?
That you
they just give anybody a show.
Because this person wanted you off.
Correct.
All these women have an
There's no reason
agenda
not on the
at
show,
the end of
but
the day.
you know the full story.
I've been
this
on
is all
Wild-
happening now.
Yeah, I've been on Wild 'N Out for 9 seasons, so I wasn't on that episode
Yeah.
because she was on the episode.
Allegedly taken off for that. So
Correct.
here's the deal. I'll tell you this, and Kim and I have been around this game for a while. I was walking out the door of a certain network and I learned I was taken off. Handle it with
That's
grace.
life.
And
Yeah.
you will find your happy.
Yeah.
She looked like she just came from crying. Like she was just crying.
I was released.
Yeah.
These women just be
First
crying.
season of In Living Color.
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh, that's what she's from, In Love and Color.
Don't come to work Monday morning. Say what now? So
Hollywood is not kind to black women. Majority of y'all. I'm telling y'all. It's not.
we've all been there, done that, and look at where
Yeah.
we
And
are.
y'all love Hollywood. Y'all just cape for Hollywood. Y'all want more roles from them. Y'all want more representation in Hollywood.
Talk to the griot about something that you said, how you find your happiness, you manifest.
Then when you get the roles, you're underpaid. You're not paid as much as the white actors. It's like it's their industry. They created it. We didn't create Hollywood. We're just bodies. We're props. We're human props.
I just did a 3-day weekend class called Manifest Me Life. So I'm all about the
Oh,
manifest.
yes.
It's all about co-creating with
Well, I
the
manifest
creator.
this moment because
Here we go with that word, manifest.
I got like this. So there you have it. The legendary Kim Cole, B. Simone, watch Finding
She
Happy
talking about
on
how
TV. Also,
she got
back
fired
to
from
the
an
this show.
episode.
Cameron Hall broadcast on
I don't think she got
Monday.
kicked off Wild 'N Out. All right, that's enough of that. And then here's Danny Lay responding. Because, yeah, Danny Lay, she requested, that was part of her stipulations with the contract. She didn't want B. Simone on that episode because they don't get along, which I get. Why? If you want me on the show, then if there's motherfuckers I don't like, I don't want them there. Or I won't be there. Or we can box, nigga. Cause that's what it's gonna be. Oh God. Oh my God.
You guys don't know it's real life. Real life stuff has happened. You guys don't know details. If I don't want to be around somebody, it ain't no diva thing. It's just, hey, is it cool she's not on this episode? I don't think it was that deep. I'm sorry. Like, for real, I really wouldn't have did the episode if I would have known all of this would have came out of it. I'd rather have not done it. I just thought respectfully, I would ask.
Respectfully.
That was cool. Bam, it's done. I'm never fighting over no community. I'm never fighting over nothing. Like, I'm past that.
See, what Danny Lay don't understand is serious because you're taking money off her plate. So I get it. It is that serious. You're wrong, Danny, because I get that you have your stipulations. But if there's any way you could have got through that episode as a professional, which I'm pretty sure, I don't know the context of why, but if there's like any inclination of you being able to be professional and get through the work, which apparently she couldn't, so it might have been that bad. So you got to see it from both perspectives. Because B. Simone looks a little irrational. That's why I showed you the MLK video first, where she was bashing MLK, because only an irrational person would go on a platform drinking alcohol and slamming a man who led thousands of people, and they followed him. They followed his word, regardless of what kind. No man is perfect. But basically what B. Simone is saying, she was expecting perfection from MLK because he was highly regarded for the works that he did. And to me, it just looks like jealousy. A lot of black women are jealous of black men for their accomplishments. And it's hard for them to, because I see this in my family too. It's hard for them to acknowledge where you came from and where you got to, and it especially if they're not where they want to be, because they low-key do compete with black men. They do.
I'm over it. I understand. I'm not insecure.
They be
I'm not
trying
scared.
to.
I'm just not gonna be around somebody that me and you don't clearly mess with each other. So I don't know. That's just, it ain't missing out on no money. She was there. I'm sure she got paid. If she didn't get paid, fault, then I should pay her for that
I mean,
day.
she
for
got
her being
paid.
there in her
Yeah.
time. I don't got no more problems. I don't want to speak on the situation at all.
He just wasn't on the
I'm tour,
episode.
I'm working on new music. I just want to like focus on that. And who knows if this will get backlash, because it is what it is with me.
Yeah.
I know everybody likes to come for me. It's all good. Like, but I'm really just focusing on myself right now. I'm on tour, and that's it. It ain't no demand. It ain't no nothing. It's just protecting my peace, protecting my energy. That's it. That's all I gotta
she was
say.
gonna get paid not to work. I don't see the issue if B Simone was gonna get paid not to work.
Be sure to like, comment.
All right, well, there's that. These two goddamn bozos. But yeah, so it's just real contradicting. And as you can see by her lifestyle and how she dyes her dog's paws, it's something going on. I don't judge. Nah, fuck it, I do judge people. So yeah, I am judging her based on what I see. They're cognitive heuristics. If you don't like it, get the fuck on. What I see is a woman who has insecurity issues, so she goes around bashing men. There's no way you should even be speaking on Martin Luther King with that kind of reverence. It's sad. Both these bitches, and yes, I said it, both these bitches. Oh no, yep. Cause only two bitches would hop on a platform talking shit about MLK. The man died trying to free poor people. His goal was the poor people. That was the real kicker, the Poor People's March. That was gonna free the working class. That was really gonna free the world. That was his big shebang. That was, man. But B Simone obviously doesn't know her history, doesn't care for her history like most black people. Well, what the fuck is black anyway? Like most descendants of slaves, I'm assuming she could be like one of them hoes from the islands. Cause they really have a lot of them be claiming to be, they try to act like they come from Eidos, descendants of slavery. But a lot of them be from like the islands and shit. They weren't never really in, their people weren't in chains in that capacity. But then they come out to America, to the mainland, and then they try to resonate with the culture or whatever they identify as the culture. But if you notice, most people driving the culture are not even Eidos. They're not descendants of slavery. They're from the islands. They're from Jamaica, Trinidad, some of them from Africa. That's not my tribe, homie. We may look alike, but we not the same tribe. So we ain't brothers. My brother. Nah. Fuck that. But I don't know what these two are, but you just gotta be careful. A lot of these motherfuckers is snakes. And these two right here are snakes. Both these bitches. Talking about Martin Luther King. Motherfuckers wouldn't even have a platform if it wasn't for Martin Luther King. You guys wouldn't even be sitting up here with your dusty little dog and your lame ass platform if it wasn't for Martin Luther King. Motherfuckers got Senate candles up and shit. This is how bad they really trying to set the mood for a man that they want, but it's not gonna happen. These women are expired. So they say outlandish shit. They say outlandish shit for attention because they're getting no male attention. So they don't get the male attention that they want. At this point, at this stage in their careers, they only get the attention from dusties and niggas with missing teeth. From niggas they don't want. And the niggas they do want ain't even looking at them because they doing shit like this. Men of value don't respect this. I know this was your last stand. You know, like in Call of Duty when you get dropped, but you get a last stand. This is what women are doing now. They're taking their last stands, trying to bash men. So, like I said, men of status, even men who they shouldn't even be talking on these men. This Martin Luther King is from a totally different generation and did miraculous things men wouldn't even dare to do today. Things men wouldn't even dare to do today because there's too much conflict of interest and motherfuckers already tapped into the system now. Everything's gone digital. Everything is integrated now, so everything is integrated. But with the integration, you have more control because everybody's integrated. But that's another conversation. I want to get into that. But yeah, B Simone's a bop. I think the B in Simone stands for bop. Bop Simone. She's a total bop for real. And I don't know Shorty's name that's interviewing her. She's the instigator. But she's a bop too. She's a total bop. Yeah, it's kind of sad to see women go out like this. Cause I know if I was dating any of these bitches and I seen this video, they be getting that text like, "What is this shit? And why'd you post this stupid shit?" So that's why I said they can't possibly have no man in their lives. And any man that's willing to accept some shit like this, cause there's really nothing you can do to. If they're over here talking shit on Martin Luther King, who led thousands of people to the Capitol, what can you do that's going to impress them? And it kind of seems like their criticism, there's no structure to the criticism. It's like, well, what is your valuing system? If the baby is what you're pursuing, you get what I'm saying? What is your valuing system, Bop Simone? These bitches with these damn baby hairs, they're still babies. That's why they want their baby hairs. Because they refuse to grow up. It's like that Peter Pan Neverland shit. And I'm starting to see that amongst, it's not just black women. I see that across a wide variety of women. And maybe it's how they're being brought up. I mostly blame you weak ass fathers. You weak ass niggas. Because when y'all niggas are gone, who's going to take care of them? The government? Weak ass. It's a lot of weak ass fathers out here. Weak ass mothers. It's a lot of weak ass parents out here. But then they'll go back and blame. They'll go back and blame. They'll go back and blame the institutions and the media and the content that the kids watch. It's a revolving door. It's an endless cycle. So yeah, that's pretty much it. There's not really much to say here, but I'm gonna pretty much leave you guys with that. Hopefully you guys learned something today. Hit that subscribe button. Go ahead and comment, share, like, all that good stuff. Thank you for watching, y'all. I'll be back. Once again, it's your boy Trey, and I am gone. Peace.
Trey High Day.